Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to the Blades of Ragnarok episode 28, which originally aired live on Twitch. A little reminder of the rules and goals we have, not that you probably need one, at episode 28. I'll leave this up for 10 full minutes because it's kind of an important decision. Even though it looks overwhelmingly tilted in one favor, I don't want to rush it. I want to give everyone the opportunity to type and voice their opinions and to weigh the options carefully. And somehow Thora is still mentally wandering. She's been psychotically wandering for like a full day now. Nice. Hey, go big, right? Oh, we have more elk. Alright, so soon Naz should be planting flowers. What are you wearing? Oh god, you're gonna get... whatever. It's not my problem. Okay, so this rec room, hospital room, blah blah blah, is going to be a lot nicer pretty soon. Another thing I'm going to do is suspend the any stone cutting. Modred, would you haul these blocks out for the prettiness factor? I'd also very much like to hit up more... Now, this quest is going to disappear. These ancient ruins are going to disappear pretty soon. I think it's 14 hours. Yeah, I'm not going to make it there in 14 hours, but I would like to go to more of them. The reason being... I want to find Resmec Serum for Yardic. Right? And maybe Mo. Maybe I resurrect Mo, too. I think it's pretty fair to say that Mo was a reincarnation of Loki, and he's a troublemaker. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's not Viking. I think in the order of priorities, we don't, we don't add him preferentially over someone that is, let's say, not a pain in my butt. But I'm not against rezzing him at some point, if we have the resources. Okay, so this bill here is going to be a cremate corpse of all rotten human likes that are strangers. Yes. I think the issue is our corpse freezer is full. And then what I'll do is cremate corpse of all fresh stranger human likes within a small ingredient radius so that I can basically clear the map full of corpses, because one of the issues of mood is if I'm having to constantly stare at corpses, that's gonna make people upset, inevitably, and rightfully upset. Ripperoni elk. It's too bad that they're way south. Very inconvenient, but whatever. So it looks like my guys are slowly getting happier and happier and happier. This hospital is definitely improving in quality. We have a good few thousand of meat, which is great. Yeah, here is Naz. So we have a very impressive hospital now. So let's go back to forever cooking. And we're just a reminder to everybody tuning in now, we are building up a food supply so that we might be able to get rid of this EMI dynamo, which is a big old problem to our security and prosperity and comfort and all the reasons to get rid of a EMI dynamo. You don't want a dynamo. Sven, this really isn't a gathering spot, so... But you can gain Psychosis, I guess. Wouldn't be bad for him, our only Psycaster, to have some focus. Alright. Let's see. Major brick risk. Yeah, alright, do whatever you want. Long forgotten danger. Expired. I knew that was going to happen. It's fine. It was planned that way. 3 more minutes on the Aborn's Clan Alliance. Whether it's a permanent one or one of convenience, I leave that to you. But 3 more minutes to vote on that. Even though it looks like a runaway poll, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop you from voting. All right, I'm going to merge the stacks of components so that my components can't instantly disappear. So as you can see, it went from 1 to 27 because of the merging stacks. It does risk 19 components more because, yeah, but, you know, oh well, whatever. All right, I'm canceling all hall designations because we now have all the stone that we need. And then taking a look at the wildlife, there are 2 wounded elk. And they're both going to die pretty soon. So, actually, Freya, could you come down here? Ooh, I'm going to have you do something else, too. I'm going to have her grab the beds. The bee house is not on because I don't have a good way to heat it. I could set up campfires in here. That's not a terrible idea, I guess, for now. Let's uninstall the light and the heater that was originally powering up the beavers. The bees. The bee house. Alright, what I was doing. Freya is just doing the caravan trick to grab... Wow, she's immediately overweight. Dear Lord, lady. It's because she wears so much armor, and she's also 17. So she has less carry ability. Oh no, a solar flare with my EMI dynamo. What will I ever do? Alright, so she's just helping to haul back those beds, so I have travel beds when it comes time to travel. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to get the shield core out of here. Out of this, This was like a mix of a ruin because of the sarcophagus and the vases, but also like a mech cluster. I guess they landed on one another. Hey, shield, thanks for giving that to... Isn't that... your... Well, whatever. Thanks for gifting out to Eccentric. Keep it in the family. Alright, Freya's almost done hauling. I'm going to stop fueling up the, yeah, it is your brother. I thought so. Cancel caravan forming. Everybody is happy, healthy, on their feet. Not too much of a risk of mental break. One thing I could do. So here's a big question. So now, obviously, it's been 10 minutes. I live up to my word. Let me save. Just in case I screw stuff up. Dev mode. Faction relations. Alborn's clan, we are going to be neutral. I'm not going to go to allied because I haven't earned it. But we will go to neutral, which I think is fair. So if we want to build up relationship with them, I can, but I'm not going to give me free relation. So the next question I have for you all is the bionic arm. So originally I was thinking it should go to Sven. He did earn it. He is a very good constructor and crafter. So he would benefit from it. Then, alternatively, there is the ability to give it to Naz. He is our farmer and our cook, who's missing 2 fingers. Sven is missing just 1 finger. And then there is Sudoku, who hasn't done anything for our clan yet, but obviously he's great memory and a burning passion region-known master in crafting. So he is potentially our best crafter. So who should the bionic arm go to? Sven, Naza, or Sudoku? Who's going to be renamed, by the way, once he's assigned. But there we go. If it does go to Sudoku, I am not going to install it in him until he regains consciousness. Because until he's actually moving around, he is a liability and it's dangerous to invest in him. But there you have it. You all can decide. And that way YouTube can't be like, well, you pick favorites. Not that they do. YouTube, if you're listening, I'm sorry I pick on you every now and then. I'm not really all that sorry. Alright, so down here, I am going to be setting a campfire to grow daylilies to allow for bees to get mead and the like. Bit convoluted, but that's what we gotta do. No, please haul it back. I'm not sure if one campfire is going to be enough to heat this area, so I will be making another campfire if need be. Do we have an anima tree? We do. It's in the middle of nowhere, and we don't pray to it. Because the anima tree would be Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil would be the gods that we do not believe in. So... okay, taking a look, I would say we need 2 campfires. This is a 2 campfire setup. How many days for Sudoku to wake? 10. He's pretty close. I don't have the glitter world medicine. You'd need 10 glitter world medicine. I guess that's all of my fingers. I was like, how many fingers would that be? All of them? You would need 10 glitter world medicine, so I'd need 3 more to wake him up immediately. You can immediately cure paralytic abasia with an infusion of 10 glitter world meds to instantly cure it, much the way that you can cure scoria or blood rot or whatever. You can cure those things instantly, but it's a pretty heavy investment. So... why would Vikings be non-believers? We are non-believers. That is the backstory lore. We do not like the normal gods. We are trying to end the world. We're trying to bring about Ragnarok. So we only worship Hel, and we're trying to make the world Helheim. That is sort of the lore of this series. So Thor and Odin, they're not our all-father. Only Hel. We are a doomsday cult. In other words. Which is why everybody hates us. Everybody hates us. Because we're trying to kill everybody. Should have had the occult mod. Yep, maybe. Well, I would say pretty impressively, everybody's mood has stabilized. You know, except for Sudoku, but he hasn't moved in like 30-something days. How many fingers are we down now? Let's do a full assessment of wounds, just for you all. So Sven has a burned eye, 2 missing toes, and a missing finger. Modred has a peg leg and a scratch scar on his shoulder. Freya is missing an eye and a finger. Naz is missing 2 fingers and a stab scar on his leg. Crypto is missing a toe. Arna is missing an eye and a leg. Thor has a bite scar on her leg. Who's this from? I don't even know. And Sudoku is fine. He's just paralyzed. So everybody has some sort of permanent ailment, except for Sudoku, who hasn't been able to move in 2 months. So, good times. I feel like we are some sort of like, I don't know. Like, just burn ward or, like, machining injury ward. Yeah. It's quicker than moving portraits. Fair. I never use the period and comma to switch. I like clicking the portraits, but what can I do? We're not in a great way. Hey, we're better off than dead. Just ask those bugs. There is about 250 insects that I think we're better off than. So we are just moments away from finishing up this stupid project for the stupid royals to get a neuroformer. And ta-da! Alright, so if it gets damaged, 29 man-hunting foxes come and smush my face, which I will count on. And Sven is going to immediately upgrade his neuroformer to tier 4. And he got Word of Serenity. That's not terrible. I don't like the brain fuzz it causes, but that's not terrible. All right, let's go ahead and... we're going to want to roof this off, because rain will reduce the fuel. And then there's just a few more quality of life base improvements that I want to make before I go for my EMI Dynamo Destruction run. So I want to repair walls and really have the base like in a good position so that the people that are left behind don't suffer and don't have a lot of work to do. Sven, I'm going to smith and tailor with you as chief priority. A gold ore lump. Oh. All right, I don't want to touch that yet because I'm not ready for the wealth it would bring, but that's pretty awesome. All right, it's very tempered in there. We just need to give Naz a break so that he can plant lilies and flowers over there. So he butchers. Yeah, okay. One could argue that it would be faster for me to just make a hand tailor bench rather than use an unpowered electric tailor, but I'm just going to electric tailor for now. Oh, another funny, interesting thing is that you can apply tech prints even if you don't have power. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that way, these valuable tech prints aren't sitting in my stockpile and driving up my colony wealth. Modred is my intellect. So he's going to apply these tech prints. Dandelions last 20, better for better for honey production. That's a good tip. Thank you. Apocalypse Andy. Yeah, you can always check here. If it just needs to be any flower, Dandelion's lifespan's 20 days, and then you've daylilies at 4.5, which is bad, and roses at 7.5. So the reason I generally go with daylilies, well, I guess I could just show you. It's plus 17, right? If I, let's say, quickly switch over to roses, they take longer to plant, and they're less pretty. So daylilies are the nicest per square foot flower that you can plant. So you've got the lives a long time, not very pretty dandelions, lives a very short time, but very pretty daylilies, and the roses in the middle. That's how they lay it out. Okay, all those tech prints applied. Modred's now still 15. He's not going to be doing any research anytime soon, though, because there's just no research to be had. Not with our power out. I guess, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Let's go ahead and make a simple research bench. Damn, where to put it? I'll put it here, like right in the middle of the flowers. Why not? Just so that I can research low-tech stuff while I wait for the power to come back. Why do we have flowers planted on a living room floor? Because it makes it very pretty. Makes it very pretty. I really shouldn't be hauling these corpses. It's a waste of my time. Wildlife. Whew. Elk. What about preparing the second farm? I could prepare a second farm. It would go right here where this this is built. Ultimately, I think what I want to do is I want to move my power grid, but I don't really have the components to do that right now. And I don't think there are components on this map that would allow me to do that. So I really need fabrication before I bother with a second farm, ultimately. Without fabrication, it's just not going to happen very easily. Another thing I could do, which would be beneficial in the long run, is let's dead mechs. Let's move some dead mechs here so that that when we have our power back on, we can machine them quick. Did wealth change after installing those tech prints? My wealth is so high that it probably won't show. Like if I zoom in, you're not gonna. Maybe this is it. This is the dip. I don't even know. It's hard to tell. No, that was the enemy raid. So it went down, but maybe by like hundreds, if anything. So it's pretty negligible. It's more the fact that tech prints are pretty. They're worth a lot, so they're likely to get stolen by raiders. Yeah. Which is better to support me being a patron or Twitch sub? It's totally up to you. It's pretty much up to what kind of content you want to consume. So if you like financially patron, but that's sort of besides the point as far as I'm concerned. So if you want the chance to have characters named after you on Twitch, you should be a sub. If you want characters to be named after you on YouTube, you should be a patron. And if you don't, if you don't care about either, PayPal? Again, totally up to the donor. All methods are awesome. Yeah. Patreon takes maybe like, I don't know, 5% cut. PayPal takes a 2% cut, 1% cut. Twitch takes a 50%. We still not raiding? We will be. We actually have somewhere that we need to go first before we raid. But what I'm doing is I'm making spare. I'm basically preparing for the raid right now. So I'm making spare clothing and getting people to heal up and building up supplies for the raid. But we're not actually doing a full raid. We're clearing out a pirate base because the pirate base. A random wanderer joins. Red kangaroo. Well, steadfast, nimble undergrounder. Who's really old and frail. Oh, bye-bye. Yep, bye-bye. Drop your food. No, actually, no, just drop your food. Bye-bye. He's against the law. He's against the rules. Yep. Bye-bye. He's got a bad back and he's frail. That's too bad, because he had a lot of good traits, and that's not going to work for us. Oh, so, this is bad. So because we have, oh, you little, I'm gonna embed my axe in your face. Yep, that's right. Because we have so much leather to be hauled, let me do a quick super haul. Because we have so much leather that basically clogged this door, wild animals have been eating my food without me noticing. Savior, thanks for gifting out some subs, and cheers to you. Alright, so Crypto is building a temporary research bench so that Modred can start researching for us again. So he's not going to be able to research anything past microelectronics because that all requires a high-tech research bench. But he will be able to research the low-tech research bench stuff. So he'll be able to research geothermal or flak armor, or actually, how about you all decide? So I was originally going to do biofuel refining, and the bionic arm will go to Sven. Got it. So, Mr. Sven, it is your right hand that is missing fingers. I'm going to suspend this until he's going to sleep naturally, so that he spends the least amount of time out of commission. So, in terms of research, this block here is what we can research. So, let me type some of the ones that I'll put on the poll. So, biofuel refining would give us chem fuel, which is a ingredient needed for transport pods, explosions, so on and so forth. A gas operation is a precursor to better weaponry. What else? There's flak armor. Now, the issue with flak armor is it's not very Viking, so I don't know if it's all that useful, because Viking armor is maybe better than flak armor. Actually, let's check. Flak armor has a sharp... Yeah, no, forget flak. Viking armor is just better. The Ravager armor has higher stats than the flak jacket. Then there's geothermal. That would take a while, but there's geothermal. There's IEDs. Do we have mortars? Yeah, so there's IEDs because we have mortars. And one more. Let's do nutrient paste. All right, so of these 5, pick what you would like for me to research. And what just happened? An ambrosia binge? Oh, boo-hoo. Your awful bedroom, boo-hoo. So we do have apiaries now. They require to be around, what, 20 flowers or something? I forget how many flowers exactly, but they require to be around a certain amount of flowers, and, well, there you go. Our happy little apiary. As you can see, we have a ton of spare clothing. We're trying to make spare pants, shirts, helmets, and Ravager armor. We're not quite at the Ravager armor, but when we get there, we'll make it out of Thrumble fur and plain leather. Ugh, I don't like plain leather. But you need 180 of one type of material to make Ravager armor, so it does require a lot of material. This quest we weren't going to do. So we just need to do the dynamo. That's all that's left. Will I have a researcher stay while I'm raiding? Maybe? I was thinking that maybe Arna will stay behind. I want Modred to go out raiding because he's a very well-equipped, well-skilled brawler. Despite him being our scientist, he does a lot of research with his axe. He researches the anatomy of enemies pretty thoroughly with his blade. So he would be coming with us. Arna is a jogger who's peg-legged. Ooh. So that's another issue, is we have a lot of people that would be slow at travel. So if I analyze it in that way... Oh, Sven, let's go with your bionic arm. Naz, where are you? You're sleeping? Well, Oh, wait, Naz isn't my doctor. Who's my doctor? Crypto? Crypto, time to do it. He's a field researcher, yeah. Also, while you're under, how about a psychic sensitizer? Might as well. Okay, bionic armor's in. And the psychic sensitizer, do not give me brain damage. I would be so pissed. Whew! Okay, so, yep. He survived. Trauma Savant, that'd be okay. Although Sven is also my socializer, so Trauma Savant wouldn't be ideal. But it'd be alright. Milk! Sky milk. Do not trust milk from the sky. You do not know where it came from. So, research. Geothermal tends to be the winner. I will queue that up now. And Modred will start on the research and make sure he is I think we're done super hauling. No, actually, we're not even done super hauling. I'm going to continue super hauling. You know what? I think I'm out of stockroom. That's why they're not putting anything anywhere. Okay, so let's forget additional hauling because it's unnecessary. Right now, I'm going to be prepping for the EMI raid. Can pack animals make raids quicker? Yes. Yes, they can. The argument, of course, is would Vikings use pack animals? That, I cannot say. You know, pack animals are a little too friendly for us. But maybe not. Maybe if we get woolly cows, I would consider pack animals. But we don't have woolly cows right now. Vikings would use whatever they had access to. Yeah, but we're not normal Vikings. We're like Doomsday Vikings. There is a little bit of a difference there. Alright, so Sven is trying to build up his Psyfocus so that he can be a Psycaster during the upcoming raid. He also has a Sensitizer, so that's going to make him a little bit more efficient. Crypto, please do not summon the whole herd on you. Don't stand amongst them while shooting them. It's just a bad idea. Alright, Thora. Didn't get addicted because I didn't have much. It's only Thrumble fur. I mean, there are woolly cows in this mod, so maybe woolly cows, we'll see. Just checking on the mead. This is fictional Vikings. We are the fictional style Vikings, not the actual Vikings. Alright, I think that's probably enough simple meals. The next thing to analyze is how many beds we have. So we don't really have anyone in a relationship. I'll probably be sending like 6 of my guys out. So I see 4 bedrolls and no more. So let's get 2 more bedrolls at least made. 1 and 2. And my best constructor would be Sven. So we'll get him to make that. So a sensitizer, I guess I could explain a sensitizer. So if you take a look, this brain implant stimulates growth in the regions, blah, blah, blah. It makes you more sensitive. So psychic sensitivity will increase, basically, it drives your heat and max psi focus. It basically makes you a bigger battery, but does not make you gain more. So the gain amount is how efficient your meditation spot is, whereas the amount of psycast that you can toss out is up to your focus, your sensitivity type. So the more sensitivity you have, the more heat you have, and the more heat you have, the more casts you can do, and the more the heat dissipates quicker. Sort of. So there's 2 sort of mechanics there, and then there's also a pain mechanic too, but that's totally different. So will we be traveling? Yes. Tomorrow morning I think we're going to try to travel. What are you doing, Arna? I'm a little worried about Arna just like not being useful at all because she seems to be a little crazy. I think she just tried to hunt an elk that didn't exist. Because, right, she was elk hunting, right? There's only this elk left on the map. She was trying to hunt an elk over here. What elk was she shooting at? The elk in her head? I don't know. I really don't. All right, let's close that poll. Geothermal is definitely the choice here. Freya is researching. That's fine, I guess. Anyone that has a passion in researching is fine. Naz is just going to keep cranking out these meals so that whomever is left behind has food. What are you doing, lady? Here, I'll just force her. Yeah, see, this is how to hunt elk. Use bullets, not your feet. Okay, Crypto, what is... You just saw a bunch of dead people? Didn't I? Oh, ugh. That's my bad. I was thinking that I had done a good job of removing all the dead people. I had not. Alright, I'm not going to get around to making the Ravager armor. Ravager armor takes a lot of work, and when you have no power and no tool benches, work takes forever. So I'm just going to be cremating these corpses so that they're out of the way. Done. World. Form caravan. So we are going to be taking these guys. We're going to be leaving behind Robs, Arna, Sudoku. We are going to want to bring... Let's start with 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds. 10 herbal meds. 80 insect jelly, just in case. Let's do 30 chocolate. And 7 a week's worth of food. And that looks about right. A little less. Let's do 10 jelly for everybody, even though they'll probably eat more than 10. Okay, we're good. Arna, I don't know what you're doing, but haul the milk, because you can eat raw milk. Drink, I guess. Well, in this temperature, it might be eat, because it's negative 10, so... yeah, you might be eating the milk. Alright, everybody else should be caravan gathering. What are they waiting for? They're heading out. Good. Alright, Ms. Arna, I want you just sitting in the base. In fact, I'm going to have you stay close so that you don't actually go anywhere. I don't want her traveling. She is going to need to do doctoring because Sudoku won't feed himself for 6 more days. So her chief priorities are going to be doctoring, and then forget hunt, forget construct, forget grow, forget plant cut, forget craft, research. If anything bad happens, if any raids come, actually, no, there is one build I need you to do. But if any raids come, there are 10 spike traps and a wolf at the end of them. So, my own version of a labyrinth. Once these guys exit the map tile, please don't have a mental break before you exit. Their moods should snap back. And now that it's April-May, the temperature shouldn't be a problem. In fact, if they have mental breaks out on the road, it should be fine. So it's 5 days to travel, 7 days of food. And I can also, if need be, add berries to their diet. I can also trigger a Manhunter pack, yes. I can trigger a Manhunter pack on demand with the Pulsar. If things get really hairy, I can have her drink or eat Luciferium. You know, there is some options that you know, some nuclear options. You're offended that Mo is still dead, Morrow? Your own character? Yeah, he deserved it, I think is the consensus. YouTube spoke to me in many comments and said that Mo had it coming. Now, I did just say, you might have missed it, but earlier in this episode, I did mention that if I had 2 Resmec Serum, I would still res Mo. I'm just going to res Yarick first, but I would res Mo. And Mo does exist. He's buried right here. He does not have a grave of much recognition. I just dug a little hole in the ground. But, yeah, he exists. So if we take a look here, contained items, you've got Sin, and Ulf, and Ashielf. They are all long rotten by now. You've got Stinkvik, also long rotten, and Savner, again, rotten. And then you have Yarick over here, who's a little headless, but he's not rotten. And then, of course, I can't even check contents, but Mo, you're in here and you're not rotten. Why I mentioned rotten is the way that Resmec Serum works. When you resurrect someone, the longer they have been rotten, the more likely they are to have terrible side effects from the Resmec Serum. So a fresh corpse that literally just died, who has never rotted, like they died in the ice and they've never rotten, not for 1 second, has a 2% chance to get negative ailment as a result of Resmec Serum. And as you start to decompose over the course of like 5 days or whatever it takes, your chances for negative side effects goes up to 80% and becomes more severe. So the chances of the results of resurrection are blindness, dementia, and resurrection psychosis. Resurrection psychosis is the really terrible one. Resurrection psychosis is you slowly go more crazy, go more berserk, and try to murder everybody until you die. It's sort of like running out of Luciferium. It's actually almost exactly like running out of Luciferium. So if you're a Luciferium addict and you run out of Luciferium, you just go crazy, try to murder everyone, and then die eventually. That's exactly what happens with resurrection psychosis. It's actually kind of similar to Cyberpunk 2077 with the cybernetic psychosis, the cyber psychos. Pretty similar. So the more rotted the body is, the increased chance of them being blind, demented, which in this series, I would even say blind is against the rules. No, I don't know. Vikings kind of follow blind seers or whatever. You know, you had Odin with one eye and two ravens. So maybe blindness is fine. But dementia is not fine. And you would be banished for being demented. It's rough, but we're the bad guys. In fact, one of my stream tags is evil characters, because we're the bad guys. Just like in the Wendigos. You guys have had me play a lot of being the bad guy series lately. I like it. Kick him off the Spartan cliff? Yeah, exactly. Actually, one thing I've really wanted to do, and I have not had the map to set up for it, and I would have rather have shown you than talked about it. One thing I really have wanted to do since Royalty came out, and I've not had the opportunity, is to find an island of land surrounded by deep water and use skip a brawler to that island of land, where all they can do is stand there and slowly starve to death. I've really wanted to do it, but I've just never been on a map tile that would allow for it. But I've always thought that would be hilarious, because they would not be able to do anything. They would just stand there. Obviously, they can hurt you because they have a melee weapon. It'd be one of the greatest ways to shut down Empire Zeus hammer wielders and monoblade wielders, because you're like, oh, you're crazy good blade. Well, enjoy this island. Just, good luck. And just maroon them on their own little island. One day I'm going to have a map tile that would allow for that. While we're caravanning base planning time, yeah, no, I'm not really going to do any base planning. I'm just going to stare at my base. So the concept I had for base planning really requires me to move my power grade, but if I'm getting geothermal, that's going to radically change my plans, because if I'm getting geothermal, I'm just going to tap into geothermal. What I'm going to do is just wall off this area here, tap these 3 geothermal. That should be enough to power whatever the heck I want. Plus 1 and 2 for 5. I mean, that's a lot of power. What I was thinking is maybe moving my kitchen into right here, wedging it in between 2 farms, which might look a little, well, whatever. And then having a second farm right here, and a kitchen here. That can be accessed through these doors, and then a farm here. But it's I find it really difficult to lay these things out until you've cleared the area. So I don't tend to build until I have open space. But that's sort of the concept. And then if I'm getting geothermal, I don't really need to worry about where my my power grid goes, because it's going to be here, here, here. God, there's so much geothermal energy out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in or 8 in a relatively close distance to me. The real challenge with these is to make sure that they don't get destroyed. Another idea that I had is moving this farm entirely to more in this area. And the reason being, if I am eventually going to set up slug turrets or anything of that nature, I would need this space. I'd need, slug turrets have long range, so I need them to be firing uninterrupted down this corridor. So that's another thought. But until I unlock slug turrets, I'm not really going to worry about that. One vent in the stockpile as well. Sorry, what? Oh, don't forget this vent. I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to tap this all that easily, because it just takes up so much room. If I do tap that, I think I need to significantly annex this area out here as base, which means mining it. So it's possible. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. It's possible that I do spread out that way, but it's far lower of a priority to get that one just because it's inconveniently located. But now that Arna's standing around the base by herself, I will absolutely fill in to prevent bugs. And another thing I probably want to do, and I mentioned this before when I dug the tunnel in Panic, is deep freeze this tunnel so that it is not a valid bug spawner. That's going to be really, really important too. Because I, in no way, want the bugs to make a comeback. That was... Or at least not until I'm, like, really, really well geared. If I had gear like I did in the Wendigos or, like, Desert Survival or something like that, it'd be no problem. But in my current state of affairs, continuing to fight infestation swarms, like the one I did fight, would be catastrophically bad. Yeah, so I'm going to deep freeze the tunnel. Basically what I'm going to do is extend the tunnel out a little bit, and then stick freezers that freeze this tunnel to negative 17C, or probably colder. But anything at negative 17C or colder won't allow for insects. And I really wanted her to finish, and I saw that her mood was low. I just thought I had time. I did not have time. Well, Sudoku, I hope you're not... Oh, dear lord. Hey, Robs, can you go feed Sudoku? Be a good puppy. Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy. Be a good puppy. And feed the paralyzed, right? If I was paralyzed, would you feed me or would you pee on me? You'd pee on me? Yeah, I don't blame you. He'd pee on me. 100%. I'm actually going to have Robs eat the dead bodies more than the bugs, because I can easily turn the bugs into biofuel. I cannot easily turn the corpses, the human corpses, into biofuel, because the act of butchering them is barbaric. Hey! No! Oh no! Ah! So my amazing crafter, constructor, got an inspiration, and there is no way I'm going to be able to use this inspiration. There's just no way. He's out on a caravan. You know, what can I make that is easy to move? I have no idea. That is a big oof. Because that's amazing. To have your level, like, 15 constructor / crafter have an inspiration and then be able to make anything legendary, or have a chance at least for legendary. He could make a bed, I guess. I could split caravan, but honestly, he is the best attacker, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to eat it. Yeah, I could make a chessboard. I could make a Hloflofen table, or whatever they're called. What are they called? Henneftafel. I don't have hospital bed tech. Maybe if the base I'm raiding has gold or gold veins, I could make a... Oh, Aberron's gonna... Oh, hello. Fried Heffelson. You pyro. Wow. I bet you make friends. Oh, man. Abrasive pyromaniac. Yep. I'm sure everyone loves you. I'm sure you're real hoot at parties. Probably a fire breather. Alright, Arna. Oh, cool. You're no longer piggy. Oh, no, you don't have to finish that. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, no, actually, don't go to sleep. Feed Sudoku, because he's going to die otherwise. Too bad dogs can't just, like, drop the meals on his face. Yes. Hen toffel awful. I'm really sorry if, like, you speak... What would this be? Some sort of Nordic, like Finnish, Swedish? I don't know what the language this is, but I can't read it because I don't know what sounds that would make in English. And I think that's fair. I am not lingual in that way. Yeah. In 3 days or 4 days, he'll feed himself. But until then, he's just pissed because he can't do anything. He actually laid there. He was laying here while the bugs were at the door. IKEA game table. That's it. That's what I'm going to call it. IKEA game table. Thanks, Dryron. Yep. Nefatafel. Nefatafel. It's Icelandic? Cool, thank you. Well, I'm sure Bjork can pronounce it amazingly well, but to me, it's nothing but nonsense. Hey, Zero. My most viewed channel of last year. Oops, that was dumb. Okay, Aborn's clan is leaving. Interesting that they never even came to my base. Oh, maybe they came down here, because technically that's my base. I don't know. It's not my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I'm really not even letting Arnold leave the base. In fact, close this door. Okay. Let's, before you research, finish up the anti-buggin. The door to the butchery and the chimney is still black leather. That's fine, because I don't actually have a chimney. I don't actually have power. So it's not that big of a deal, but it is a good observation. I guess I'll haul this in because I don't want it to rot, but I don't really care all that much. Because it's plain leather. Which is garbage. So if you ever want to know if leather's good or not, just click it. Plain leather has a sharp resist of 81%. It's not terrible. Cloth is like 36%. Here's cloth. 36%. So it's better than cloth. But bearskin at 112, so much better. Or wolfskin at 102, so much better. Or thrumbo fur, which is not fair because obviously thrumbos are rare, at 208, much, 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 much better. The Viking mod does add in some new animals that have extraordinarily amazing leathers that actually do blow thrumbos out of the water. And we might get some hunts for them. That would be most excellent. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it's a possibility. It was to protect the food. Oh, I don't need to protect the food. Everything in my base is ice cold. It's well, actually, that's not true. It's not cold enough here. In fact, I'm not placing blame, but you just made it worse. These doors propped open were better for me because this room was 30. It's now 38 degrees Fahrenheit, but outside is 33. Ultimately, nothing will be in a freezer until I get power up, but power will be up in 2 days. So I don't think anything's going to spoil in the next 2 days. I could be wrong. You want to see Fenrir? So do I. I just need a quest. You can't go find a Fenrir. You have to get a quest to go hunt the legendary Fenrir. That is the way it works. Let me see if I can't fix my temperature issues, because I really, really, really don't want all of the abundance of corpses and meat to spoil. That would suck. And I'm going to make her... actually, I don't want her to have a mental break, so I'm going to allow her to research. Yeah, it only got warmer? Dude. Well, okay, that's not good. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think anything's going to spoil. Yeah, the Viking animals are pretty cool. I've only fought I haven't fought them all. I've only fought 1 or 2 of them. But the ones I did fight were pretty cool. The rest of everybody else that's on the hunt for pirates are going to come home to like such a nice, clean base. They're going to be amazed. Hey, Rexy. Cheers. Yeah, it is spring. But outside it's negative. It's 17 degrees or -9 Celsius. So, an animal tamer for Fenrir. I don't know if you're allowed. I haven't played the Viking mod enough to know if you're even allowed to do that. But you know what, Sudoku, you're gonna get a new name. Yeah. Let's give you not a Japanese name, but the... Nope, that was supposed to be an H. You're going to be Nefatafel. Yes, you are Nefatafel now. Thanks for the luck, Bio. You've seen other streamers tame it with a inspired taming? Cool. That's good to know. I don't think I have an animal handler. Maybe Freya is good enough if she had an inspired tame, but no one else would be able to. I know that for sure. So you are stuck inside. How's your outside? Your outdoors? Okay. So one of the ways to get outdoors, let's just remove the roof over the research bench, and she'll regain her outdoor requirements while researching. And it doesn't ruin the temperature of this room all that much. In fact, cooling off this room would be good, because then in contrast, my my kitchen wouldn't have to be so chilled. I cannot wait until I have far skip and transport pods, so that going on raids is not like a multi-week event. It's just like a one and done, you're there and back. A psychic animal tamer? Oh, okay. Orange. Hey, Nodron hunt. So they would give me plasteel and a tough skin gland to go here. Whoa, that's kind of far. But let me read it for you all, because this is probably the first time you've seen it, if you don't know. Jarl of the Aberrans clan has report spotting a Nodron nearby, or however you pronounce that, whatever. While they don't plan on hunting the beast themselves, they're challenging you to hunt it. Should you be successful, they will give you the following reward. Hunt it for its thick leather and meat. It's a gigantic ox-like creature of unknown origin. It's wary by nature, traveling the planet in small herds and staying hidden from anyone who might want to harm it. Though docile, the beast is far too skittish to be tamed, and is likely to retaliate if attacked. Legends say that the Nodrons are the result of breeding by long-gone corporations. Corporations? Okay, I'm not going to touch that, but yeah. Big old space cow, sure. Thank you for watching episode 28 of The Blades of Ragnarok, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has all the resources you need. A link to Twitch where you can sign up for announcements as a follow, a link to Discord where you can sign up for Twitch announcements, my stream schedule, and a countdown timer. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that there are 3 more hours left yet to air. I'll catch you all next episode. Farewell.